Welcome back to International College Excel 2013 video tutorials. Day 1. Graphic user interface. Graphic user interface. Today we're gonna have the introduction into Microsoft Excel 2013. Okay. On the last session we pinned the program into the text bar. So one click. And when we say one click, it's a left click, it's gonna open, see, the welcome window with the new interface. Okay, so this is Excel 2013. On the left hand side we have the name of the program, and then we have the recent files that I have worked recently. So from here I can open any of these files with one click. Okay, I can also click on open other workbooks, and it's gonna take me to this location. Okay, so I can still open the recent ones. I could also go into Alfredo's SkyDrive. This is the cloud, or other web locations, or on my computer. Okay, and right here I could look into different folders, or I could also click on browse and then start looking for my files. I'm gonna cancel that window. Okay, now from here I'm gonna go back. We have this left arrow, one click, and it's gonna take me back. Okay, now this is a welcome screen. Okay, on the top right corner we have the traditional buttons. Okay, we have the help, minimize, restore window, and close. Okay, right below you guys are gonna see my name, Alfredo Martinez, my email because I log in using my Windows Microsoft account. Okay, and on the left hand side we have a search window to look for templates. Okay, in another session we will be getting into the templates. Okay, now from here there's also links. Every time that we click into, see, for example, I click into the budget. Okay, Excel is gonna give me different options to open, okay, templates. Okay, now what are templates? Templates are pre-designed, okay, spreadsheets, which a lot of times you're also gonna have all the data that I need. You're probably gonna have formulas already, and all I need to do is just update the information with my personal information. Okay, on the right hand side we have different categories from budget, business, balance worksheet, okay, basic, etc., etc., etc. Okay, there's probably tons, hundreds of templates online. Okay, we could also go on the invoice if I need an invoice, if I need to create an invoice for my personal business. See, one click, it's gonna give me a preview. When I click on create, there's my template invoice. Okay, like I said, a lot of this templates, they're already gonna have a formula. So all I need to do is just update this information with my personal information and my products, services, etc., etc., etc. Okay, I'm gonna close this spreadsheet. Anytime that you guys open a new spreadsheet and you guys close it, you guys are gonna be prompted. You wanna save, don't save, or cancel. In this case, I'm gonna say don't save, and it's gonna close. Okay, so again, I'm gonna click into the File Explorer. I'm sorry, another File Explorer, my spreadsheet Excel 2013 icon, and this is a welcome window. Okay, from here I could go ahead and take a tour. It's recommended that you guys go through this tour. It's 3.5 minutes to learn. Okay, so I will recommend that you guys use that. Okay, now from here I'm just gonna go back and back. Okay, file. I'm gonna close that particular one, and from here I'm gonna go back. Let's see, info, account, options. Okay, now from here I'm gonna need to close it, so I'm gonna go to the top right corner and close the program. Okay, and again one more click to open it up. Okay, so be careful or pay attention to this particular scroll bar. Okay, any window that you guys open, any window that you guys may open, always look into the right hand side. Most of the time it's gonna be a scroll bar. Okay, so we click, left click, hold it, and drag it, and we can see other items. Okay, a lot of times there's gonna be also a scroll bar, a horizontal scroll bar sitting at the bottom. If we don't see it right now, it's because we are displaying pretty much everything. Okay, I'm gonna resize this window. Okay, and let me go ahead and resize it a little more. And as we resize it, you guys are gonna see another scroll bar down here. I'm gonna maximize the window, scroll up, and I'm gonna open a new blank workbook. Okay, now that I open a new blank workbook, let's go ahead and see the graphic user interface of Excel 2000 Excel 2013. Okay, so in this video tutorial we're gonna concentrate into the graphic user interface. When you guys open Excel, this is and open a new blank workbook, this is what we are gonna see. Okay, now all the way on the top is gonna be the title bar, like in any other window that we open. All the way at the top is gonna be the name of this file. Okay, in this case it says book 1 because we haven't saved this book. Okay, once we apply a name, the name is just gonna be that. Okay, now let's go ahead and do a test here. Okay, so I'm gonna click on file. I'm gonna be using the save as command. Save as window is gonna open, asking me, okay, where do you want to save this? Okay, just ask. I have there my SkyDrive or the web, uh, other web locations, but I want to save this into my computer. Okay, now in this case, I'm gonna select my documents. Okay, my documents window is gonna open, and basically Excel is asking me for a name. Okay, so I'm gonna type in the following. Okay, graphic user interface for 2013 version, and I'm gonna click on save. Now that I save this particular spreadsheet, see there's a name into the title bar. Okay, now to the left hand side we have the traditional buttons. Okay, um, the traditional buttons. If we click into the Excel icon, we are gonna see the restore, more, size, minimize, maximize, and close. Okay, this is very useful. Okay, because a lot of times you guys are not gonna see your X to close the program. Maybe you guys wanna close the program. Okay, and there's another window, especially during the webinar. Okay, it's gonna be another window that has covered that particular X to close the program. If you guys click into this icon, see we have 1, 2, 3 options only available: restore, minimize, and close. Move, size, and maximize your dim, so they're not available. Okay, now this area right here, this is our quick access toolbar. Okay, from here we also have the save button. One click into that is going to save our file. We have the undo. We are going to be using the undo a lot. Okay, just for example, if I type PMI first and last. Okay, and I say, okay, I don't want that, I made a mistake. I click on undo, and it's going to delete that. We have the redo, one click, and it's going to reapply my name. Okay, on the 2013 we have this new feature. Okay, the touch and mouse mode. Okay, so right now I'm using the touch mode. The reason why I'm using the touch mode is because with the touch mode I'm gonna have bigger icons. Okay, so because it's providing me, I mean Excel is providing me with bigger icons, it's gonna be easier for the tutorials. Okay, let me go ahead and click into that, and then we also have the mouse. Look, when I click into mouse, see all the different icons here are gonna be smaller. My tabs are gonna be smaller, as well the ribbon icons are gonna be smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and come back into the touch. Okay, the touch mode is when you guys have, if you guys have a touch screen. Okay, a touchscreen monitor on your computer, then using this option it will be very helpful. The touch mode. Okay. Right after that we have another icon. Through this icon, okay, we could add different icons into the quick access toolbar. Anything that you guys see with a check mark is already added. We have a save, which is there. We have the undo, which is there. Redo, and the touch mouse. Anything that you guys wanna add, just click into it and it's gonna apply a check mark and it's gonna be added up here. Okay. The middle again, this is the title bar. Title bar is gonna have the name of the file that we're working on, and on the right hand side we have the Microsoft Excel help. One click into the question mark and Excel is just gonna open another window with different topics. Okay, if I click on formulas, see, it's gonna give me different topics for formulas. If I click into that, I'm gonna have more help. Okay, now I'm gonna close that window. Right after that, we have the ribbon display options. Under the ribbon display options, basically we could hide. Okay, we could hide the tabs. Each of these little guys right here, the home, insert, page layout, formulas, these are tabs. Every time that we click into a tab, the ribbon, the whole ribbon is going to change. Okay, review tab, etc. Now I'm going to come back to home. So in the 2013, we have the ribbon display options. Okay, if we click into that, we have three options. From here I can say, okay, I want to hide the ribbon. When I click into hide the ribbon, we won't see the ribbon or we won't see the tabs. Okay, now when I bring my pointer up here, okay, the ribbon is gonna pop up, and from there I could choose, okay, I could go ahead and pick any command that I may want to use, or maybe I want to use a different tab and use a different command. Okay, now when I move my pointer out of there and I click into my spreadsheet, that's gonna close. Okay, now if we click into the same icon, the arrow high, okay, from here we can say, okay, I only want to display the tabs. Only the tabs will be displayed. Anytime that I want to go into the formulas tab, when I click into that, then the ribbon is going to display with all the different commands for formulas. When I come back to home, it's going to display the commands under home. When I click into my spreadsheet, it's going to close the ribbon. And then we have the other option, show tabs and commands. And normally during the webinar, and I will always prefer to display, okay, my tabs as well my different commands into the ribbon. Okay, and I recommend that you guys also do that. Okay, now after that we have the minimize button. Okay, one click, we didn't close the program. All we did was minimize it into the text bar. If I click I bring my pointer into Excel. Okay, see, a small window is gonna open up, and basically when I place my pointer there, it's gonna display it into the screen. Now, if I don't click, I just move my pointer out of there, it's gonna minimize it again. So if I want to display that window, I want to bring my pointer and click into that icon, and it's gonna be displayed again. Okay. Now, with this feature, okay, we're gonna be using this feature a lot, okay? Because look, right now I just click into my File Explorer. Okay, now if I want to bring my spreadsheet back into the screen, I bring my pointer into Excel, one click, and there we are. I want to bring back my File Explorer, I click into that, and it brings my File Explorer. Okay, for now I'm going to go ahead and close the File Explorer. Now, I'm back to Excel. So that was a minimizing, okay? We have the restore, which basically is just going to restore, okay? It's going to make my window smaller. It's gonna resize it, okay? Now from here, from the title bar, I could drag my window into any location. We could resize it from the sides, from the corners, from the bottom, etc. want to maximize it, I click into that and I want this maximize. I want to close it, I want to click into the X. When I click into the X, Excel is asking me, do you want to save or don't save the changes that you make to the graphic user interface? I'm going to click on save. I'm going to close it for now. Okay? Now, another tool that you guys are going to be using a lot, okay? And another benefit of why we pin the program into the desktop or the task bar is because if we right click into this icon, see, we are going to have also the recent files, okay? So from here I'm gonna click into graphic user interface and there's my graphic user interface for Excel 2013. Okay, here's the file. When we click on file, it's gonna take me to the info. Okay, we are gonna be getting more into details on each of these options. Okay, from here we click on new, we open a new one, blank. See, with one click it opens a new blank. When I bring my pointer into Excel, now Excel tells me, hey Alfredo, you have the graphic user interface and book one open. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close the Excel book one and back to my graphic user interface. Back to file. Whereas we have the same button as up here, save as. Normally when we use save as is because we want to save it into another place or we want to make a copy or we want to change the file format. Okay, we have the print option. I mean, when we click into the print, on the right hand side we have a print preview. Okay, we have the share. We can share. We could invite other people to share this particular file spreadsheet into the cloud, or I could also send this other option using my email and send this spreadsheet as an attachment. Okay, we have the export Microsoft Office 2013. It will give us that option to create a PDF for XPX document. Okay, PDF. Pretty much everybody's very familiar with PDF format. Every time that we download a file online, it's gonna be with a PDF format. And XPX, is the version of Microsoft Office of PDF. We have the change file type. If we want to change the format to a 97 2003 workbook, or maybe when I use a template, macros, etc., 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 different formats. Okay, then we have the close. After the close, we have the account. Okay, which in this case I'm not using any background. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and use a background. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply calligraphy, and you guys are gonna see these drawings up here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and change that maybe to circuit. Okay, but I'm gonna turn that off because I feel like this is gonna be on the way. Okay, so I'm gonna click again to the down arrow and select no background. Office theme, this is very important. Okay, in 2013 we had dark gray, white, and light gray. Three colors. Okay, I prefer to use the dark gray because it's gonna highlight my items and it's gonna be easy to read. Okay, right here, see, I have the connected services, something new also in the office. Okay, I have my account, SkyDrive. If you have your account with SkyDrive, you can also just add it. And here's we also added the Facebook service. Okay, the school Facebook. Okay, we will be getting into each of these options. Okay, and then we have the options. Under options, I mean, we could change different settings into the program. Okay, so that's what we have under file. Okay, we are gonna be getting into details, okay, on each of these different options. Okay, now anytime that you guys access the print preview, you guys are gonna see these broken lines. Okay, these broken lines, basically Excel is telling me, hey Alfredo, if you wanna print this is gonna be into, I mean, this is your limit. Okay, from column A to I, this is gonna be 8.5 inches. Now, if I scroll down, I'm gonna see another broken line. There it is on row 47. So this is the height of the file of my file. Okay. So these little bags, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out. Basically, this is 8.5 by 11 inches. Each of these little boxes. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out to zoom back to 100%. And there we go. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move this into a new location. Okay. We're gonna be using copy and paste. Today is just the introduction into this video. Okay. Now, after that, we have tabs, right? When we click into the home tab, I have different commands. Insert, different commands. Page layout, more commands, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Right before, below that, this is the name box right here. Anytime that I click into a cell, see, right here is gonna appear the name of that particular cell. Okay. In Excel, every single cell, every little rectangle here is a cell. Now, a cell, what is a cell? Okay, a cell is the intersection of a column and a row. Okay, when I click right here, see I'm on cell G5. The name box is giving me that G5. When I click into another one, Excel is also going to highlight the column, which in this case is F, and row 11. Okay. Right after that, we had the formula bar. Okay. The formula bar, if I select a cell, let's say that I select B11 and I go into the formula bar and I start typing, okay, welcome to International College, and I hit enter. See, that information was typed into the formula bar. When I hit enter, that information goes automatically into that particular cell, B11. Okay. Now, if I want to make change to welcome to International College, and I click into B11, I could see that all the text right here into the formula bar. I'm gonna click at the end, and I'm gonna type in the recs, okay, Excel 2013, and then enter, and that's gonna be it, okay. So this is your formula bar. Okay, we don't only use it for text, we also use it for different formulas. When we work with formulas, the formulas are gonna be displayed here. Okay. Now after that, okay, again, Excel is gonna be divided into columns. Columns. Every time that we click into one of these columns, the whole column is gonna be displayed. Whole column is gonna be displayed. Okay. Now, okay. Now, besides the columns, okay, we have rows. Rows are gonna be going, see, just in numerical order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Okay. Columns are gonna be in alphabetical order. Okay. Once we reach the C column, C as in zebra, then Excel is gonna start with double A, and then A B, A C, etc. Okay. Now, how many in Excel? How many rows do we have? Okay. How many rows in Excel in 2013? Excel 2013, okay, will provide us with 1,048,576 rows. Okay, now columns in Excel 2013, it will give us 16,384 columns. Okay. Now these rows are gonna be the numerical numbers. And in each particular worksheet, we are going to have also access to 16,384 columns. Okay, now this is per every single spreadsheet. Okay, we could add more. Okay, in Excel 2013, now when we open a new book, it just open one spreadsheet. If we click into this plus sign, it's gonna open number 2. When I click into that, it opens number 3. Okay, so on each of these particular spreadsheets, we will have access to this amount of rows and that amount of columns. Okay, that's one of the reasons why this program is called spreadsheet, because it expands and we could have so much information in one spreadsheet that you can manage. Okay, right below, see we have depending on how many worksheets we have open. Okay, in this particular workbook, okay, are gonna display here. We go with rename them, etc. We could delete them. I'm gonna right click and delete 3, right click and delete number 3, and it's gonna stay with 1. Okay, we have the scroll bar. You can scroll to the right hand side, to the left hand side, etc. Okay, now right below that we have the status bar, this gray area right here. This is the status bar. Okay, right now when I click into a cell, basically cell is telling me, hey, we're ready. So we start typing, whatever I type is gonna go into that particular cell. Okay, now during the webinar I'm gonna ask you guys to right click into the status bar. Okay, and there's a couple of items that I like to add here. Okay, the cap lags is useful, the number lag. I'm also will like to add the numerical count, the minimum value, maximum value into the status bar. Once we add them, I'm gonna click into the status bar, and there we have our new items. Okay, see, right now I have my number lags into my keyboard. If I if I have my cap lags on, see, it's also on the keyboard. See, it's also gonna be displayed here. Now I'm gonna type in some numbers here. Okay. Now every time that we select some numbers here, see, by adding those options, I'm gonna have my results right away. So when I highlight those 3 numbers, see, Excel is giving me the average, how many cells I have highlighted, the numerical count, the minimum value, maximum value in that particular selection, and the sum, the addition of those 3 numbers. Okay, so just right click and add those different items. Okay, that's very useful. When we don't have anything highlighted, see, those numbers not appear. When I click into one of those numbers, I'm sorry, it has to be more than one. There, we get the average, count, numerical count, minimum, maximum, and sum. Okay, now to the right hand side on the lower right corner, we have different views. We have the normal view, page layout. Okay, this is a very good option to work on under the page layout, because the page layout basically is gonna let us see exactly how much information we have into one spreadsheet. Okay, remember this is gonna be 8.5 by 11 inches high, the standard size. Here's another view. Okay, the page break view. I don't see pretty much any useful. Okay, for basic Excel, but it's just another view. Okay, most of the time you are gonna be working into the normal view or the page layout. Okay, now there's gonna be occasions that you guys are gonna need to zoom in or zoom out. So click into the minus, you guys will be zooming out. Everything's gonna appear smaller. If you got zoom in, everything's gonna one click, click, click. We're gonna be zooming in. Okay, and don't forget, please, your scroll bars to the sides, scroll bar up and down. Okay, we have the percentage. Right now, the percentage is basically the zoom. If I click into this guy, the zoom options will open. From here, I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna go back to 100%, and I click on OK. and then I'm on 100%. Okay, so welcome to Excel 2013, the new graphic user interface. Okay, this is just introduction to the graphic user interface in 2013. My name is Alfredo Martinez. Okay, and we have the new one of the new options added. Okay, how many cells do we have into Excel, and how many rows and columns we have into Excel. Every time that we click into one of these little rectangles, that's a cell. The cell is the intersection of a column and a row. When we type in information of data or numbers, it's just gonna go into the cell, we hit enter, and the number is gonna be inserted. Okay, well, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and close my spreadsheet here. I'm gonna click on save for future reference. And again, if you guys have a question, okay, suggestions, please email me. USA instructed to alive.com or arfeb5@yahoo.com. Thank you. Until next tutorial. Bye bye.